How you doing? I feel a little restless. A lot of routine. So how you been doing? Hanging in there? Let's talk about tradition. We have, these days, we have way more than the normal church holidays that we used to have, right? There's almost like, every week there's some ceremonial days, right? Is that good? Does it make you feel better? What does tradition give you? What kind of feeling does it give you? What do you do with tradition? What happens to you when you face tradition? What goes through your mind? Today, it's this celebration. We're, on this day, we're celebrating or ceremonializing something. And what does that mean to you? And you want that every day, huh? So every day should be ceremonial day. we gotta find some kind of ceremonial topic to celebrate 365 days a week. When are we going to work? When we're always so celebrating. I mean, it's all good. So, it's just that give and take stuff, I guess, That's what it's trying to emphasize, I guess. Symbolically try to teach us that when we celebrate something, we take something. Right? And we have to give. That's about it, isn't it? Because how does one celebrate something? How does something that is important? How does one make something into tradition? How does something become a tradition? Let's say you're Japanese, and you're proud of something. You like certain tradition. Why do you like that tradition? Why do you think that tradition is important? Because it gives you pride. Pride in something. Whatever your identity, whatever it means, that's what it gives you. Tradition, without pride, you can't have tradition. So how does one become proud of something? So how do you inspire how do you go about achieving pride? Okay. It's inspiration. And there's the degree of it. But before pride, there has to be some kind of provocation. So that's inspiration. And what does inspire us to go to the next phase? How do we feel that? Something. Hey, I want to be part of that stuff. Now, of course, it can be good and bad. It depends on where your head is at. But if it's going to last, it should be good. That's safe to say. Because we're good people in the end. Everybody. We can make bad choices because of the problems that we face, as we know. But we're all good in the end. We want to be good. And we want to inspire each other in goodness. So what is good inspiration? What is the inspiration that makes us better? We have to know the basic things that gives us our quality as a human being. That I can say, this is me. This is my innocence. This is my truth. This is my humility. This is my sacrifice. This is my giving. To you, God, because that's all of us has to do that shit. Some people will inspire a little more than the other. There'll be fluctuations, but that's life. That's how we grow. But that is the way. You want absolute? That is the way. You want a way to make everyone good? That is the way. That's how you try. It doesn't matter what you got now. You will grow. My children is a bug, they grow, they crawl around like a little bug, but they'll start to, walk around and start to complain to you and try to give you hard times and stuff and try to overcome you and, try to rot on your shoulder and try to cut off your head. It can. Especially in a secular world, when you go like this after 18 years old, that's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Good for it. Fuck you. This is pretty much that's. You're having a jolly good time, little. Anyway. We need to make more good traditions. We have a lot of traditions, but if we want to compete and win, we need good traditions. More good traditions. More new good traditions. Why? Without it, you can't build a culture. You can't build a society. We need to have those stuff. We need to be strong. Without those kind of pride and tradition, you can't be strong. Unfortunately, physical world is physical world. We need to face it as it is. And that's what we have to do. We need to focus on those things. That's what's important. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff that, church has done in the past is just done in cash. A lot of people are no good. You know what I'm saying? For all people. They try to stay in certain positions for the reason. Because, in the eyes of Father, they'll talk good about it. But in the end, they got nothing. Do you know why? Because it's just about that. It takes basic stuff to make you good in anything. And it takes time, and it takes a whole lot of stuff just to be good at one thing. And who are you kidding? I know my Father's urgency, but that does not give you the right to do the things that some people do. That's wrong. And due to it, will suffer in the end. There's always a consequence. You will suffer. Tradition? What kind of tradition do you think that we need to create? A new tradition that can change little by little the world. Okay? What is that thing that can change a little bit starting from you? You, your friends, your workplace, whatever. That little change. What is it? What is that change that you can make? That's what you need to focus on. Because that's something you can do. We got to do it. You can't just allow somebody to, no. And then God and blah, blah. No. No, that's wrong. No. you do? What kind of tradition can you make that is good? Think about it. And if you're stuck in a certain group, talk about it. Talk to each other. Let's say you're stuck in some kind of fundraising group or whatever, or witnessing team, talk about it. You don't want to be, you're not going to be there forever, right? You're going to do something. But just try to think in a ways in which that makes sense to you in reality. Okay? But it will grow that way. It should. That's how you're going to get bigger. And better. And you will die. It's good to see you. Everything's going okay. I'll tell you later. I don't like to talk too much about stuff, okay? Until it's done. But even then, I don't need to talk about it if it's done. If it's done right, you can see for yourself. So, okay. See you next week.